so for Gunsmith Part 6, which I've already got done, but I'll go back and show you guys here. It's the RSAS. This is one of the more difficult ones because it's very, very expensive. The RSAS costs a fortune. You have to get 6.5 kilograms or less, 1500 sighting range, 350 recoil, 21 ergo, and needs a silencer. You have quite a few options here. Now, so here's how I got there. And there's other ways to do it. But I did it with a Cobra, the OMRG, the EOTech Voodoo, the 30 millimeter rings, which any 30 millimeter rings will do. But the Gemtech with the Gemtech 1 mount is how I got to where I was good with this. Now, the big challenge is this RSAS costs a small fortune, and I don't even see it here. So let's go look in the flea market. RSAS, $1,000,001, $1,000,002, $1,000,003. Now, this is a lot of money, but you're going to get it right back because you get 3 Bitcoins for this. And Bitcoins right now are over 400K, like 430 or 450 or something insane. So you're going to make 1.2, 1.3. I don't know if I'd pay this much for it right now, but eventually it will be available for cheaper. It's that or grind marked rooms and try to find one there, or get really, really, really lucky in one of the weapon crates. They'll show up occasionally. But other than that, you're kind of stuck paying the money for it right now, or waiting and not moving past this task. Your call. One last thing I forgot to mention. When you go to turn this in, make sure you take the mag out. Make sure you take the bullet out. If you don't do that, it won't let you turn it in. So now we'll move on to Gunsmith 7. All right. So at Gunsmith Part 7, it's an 870. Now, this one's pretty straightforward and simple, but one thing you have to remember is 2 of these parts that you need to have on here, this stock and this handguard, are both barter items. Do not go buy them. They are available at Mechanic Level 2 as a barter. Right here is the 870, the Saga 870 stock. 2 AA batteries, 2D batteries. Excuse me, very cheap. And the MOE stock, also a rechargeable battery, very cheap. But if you prefer to go spend $180,000 on this, by all means, go ahead. You're wasting your money, however. Do not. I wouldn't recommend it. 0 out of 5 stars. I wonder if the stock sells. Oops. I wonder if the stock sells for a whole bunch too. I suspect it does. Yeah, look at that. You can do that, or you can barter for it. Your call. Throw the gun together, slap it together the way it works in the wiki has it listed, and you will be golden. So let me open this up here. The choke is available from Skier Level 2, I believe. Yeah, Skier Level 2. This is proper 1. Obviously, these 2 are mechanic. That's Skier Level 2, I believe. And then the shotgun, you can either find it at raid or buy it and turn it in. But that's it. That's Part 7. 2 barters. Remember that. So for Gunsmith Part 8, again, different than what the wiki has. The wiki says that you need 50 ergo. It's now only 45. Now this one can be interesting. You don't have to go anywhere near what the wiki has, and I didn't. This is actually the gun I built here for this task, and you can turn it in. I'll show you what we got here. So I went with a Magpul. Where's it at? The MOE AKM Magpul stock. Basically anything over 10 will do for you. I went with a Bravo sight, put the RP1 charging handle on, RK3 grip, and then just the regular 6P20 stock and a butt pad. And then a PSB1, which I use this because I had one already, along with the whole AK actually. And then the shift grip, which will be your most expensive part to buy if you don't have Peacekeeper level 4. But this is it right here. There's no barters. There's nothing fancy. Just having higher level traders that allow you to buy everything you need for the build. So let's go turn it in real quick. So here we are. Turn in. Select. And there's our 2 Bitcoins. And now we got Gunsmith Part 8. Or I'm sorry, Part 9. Which is now an AK-74N. So this has to be an AKS-74N. Make sure you do that or it won't work properly. We'll go with this guy here because it's the only way you can put that Zenith stock on is with this AKS build. So we got this guy. We'll go to Edit Presets. So this PT, that thing will only work on the AKS-74N. If you go with a regular one, it won't pop on there. And we need that PT3. So we'll pull this off, we'll pull that off, we'll put our Zenit grip on, take that off, and then there's a Zenit. What is this, a foregrip supposed to be? The B10. There we go. Okay. And then the DTK. Again, a Zenit. And I think that's everything, to be honest with you. Oh, RK3 to get us over our ergo. So, again, 55 or more ergo, which we crushed that. 500 or less recoil, which we're way under that. 8 or fewer cells, which means we have to fold the stock, which is pretty easy. And then a bunch of Zenit parts. So, let's save as Gunsmith Part 9. Save. Collapse. Dealers. Mechanic. Tasks. Gunsmith Part 9. Turn in. And just like that. Pretty easy one, right? At least I think so. I was able to do it live with you guys here. So we'll complete that one, and we'll go right on to 10. So Gunsmith Part 10. Another AK. So this time we're modifying an AK-105. So let's go get our parts and go from there. All right, so for the AK-105, we're a little bit more complicated. And again, they've changed this since the last wipe. It used to be ergo of 54 or higher. Now it's 50 or higher, so you're a little bit easier. We're going to go through and build it, though. So let's go buy our gun and get our parts. Okay, so over here where we're buying AK-105s, going to be a little bit expensive just because that's all there is on the market. You could look through here and try to find a fancy one that might have the parts. We're not going to do that. We're just going to buy straight up simple. That way everybody is on the same page when we go to build this thing. So, presets. Now, according to the wiki, there are some key parts on this thing we need. So we'll start off with the PT3. It wants the Magpul forward stock, which is easy enough. We'll go with a black one. Though you could look at colors, you could potentially get one a lot cheaper. We're going to hold off on the suppressor for a second. RK3 as always. What mount do we want here? Bastion, which means you got to take the front sight off to put a Bastion on. Wait, there we go, Bastion. So we got a Bastion. We are at, we also need a 60 round mag. Okay. And needs a sighting range of 800, right? Is that what it said? Yeah, 800. So there's a couple options there. Again, you could go with the simple Bravo. Pretty cheap option for that. We'll see where we settle versus some of these other potential sights. The wiki calls for a prism, but I don't necessarily think we need that. So the next thing we need is a suppressor. And with needing the ergo above 50, and 550 less recoil, we're pretty much already there. So at this point, just go with the cheapest suppressor you can get. Oh, you know what? We didn't put any. We could put one of these boys on. Yeah, just like that. So I actually think that hexagon's actually one of the cheaper ones. But nonetheless, there is your AK. Oh, we got to be less than 4.8 kilos too, which we are, 4.7. We don't need to put the PT on. We're over 50 on the ergo. Recoil's good. Sighting range is good. So let's find the parts. Save. Fold it. Dealer, mechanic, tasks. And turn it in. Just like that, we get 2 ammo cases. And complete. So that's part 6 through 10. Hope this was useful for you guys. I'll keep making videos as I do these so you guys can see what I'm doing. Well, that wraps up the video. I hope you guys liked it. If so, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe so you see when new content shows up. I stream on Twitch most weeknights, so come by and say hi there if you want to. And we have a Discord full of chilled, laid-back people who love to help out and answer questions, as well as brag about some of our awesome loot. So the link for that's down in the description too, so you can join there if you want to. Lastly, as always, thank you guys for watching the video. Your support is amazing and helps out in more ways than you guys can imagine. So with that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll see you in Tarkov.